Welcome to WRTR Real Talk Radio. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests
and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or institutions. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial, or professional advice.
While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we make no representations or warranties of any kind, express or implied, about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, or availability with respect to the podcast or the information, products, services, or related graphics contained in the podcast.
Any reliance you place on such information is strictly at your own risk. In no event will we be liable for any loss or damage, including, without limitation, indirect or consequential loss or damage, or any loss or damage whatsoever arising from loss of data or profits arising out of or in connection with the use of this podcast.
By listening to WRTR Real Talk Radio, you acknowledge that you understand this disclaimer and agree to its terms. Enjoy the show.
WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
All right, with the cheese. Work. All right. I can't tell y'all what it means to have you back inside of a new week of our BS here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Thank you for joining us again. My name is Marcus Smoot.
And I'm your girl, Miss Lyric Bravado. What's going on, y'all?
You full of cheese. What are you eating with cheese?
Pepperonis.
That is so hood, and I love it for I love it for you. Wow, it's February. Like, where did January go? It feels like, but it probably actually has been a month of Sundays since, you and I last talked.
Man, January came in with a vengeance, gave us all this damn snow that still people are trying to get rid of.
Depending on your city. Depending on your city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild out here. This news cycle has been mind-blowing. So bring me up to speed, Miss Lyric. How is you? How you feeling? What's going on in your world?
I'm cooling, actually.
How are you?
I have been getting some much needed rest.
Okay.
For the past, let's say, 2 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to go to sleep. I've been going to sleep until, like, let's say, 3:30, 4 o'clock, sometimes even 5 o'clock in the morning. But baby, when I tell you I be sleeping in.
Oh, you be sleeping.
And that be the best sleep.
Not mad at it.
That be the best sleep ever.
Not mad at it.
So I've been resting.
I hear you. I've been in a good place too. Like, I mean, there's so much chaos happening, like right now, and my black ass has just been sitting back, working on my head, working on my mind, just trying to be in my peace and hold on to it.
It's easy to flip off and crash out.
It really is. It really is. All right, let's start with the letter this week. This is from Derek off of TikTok, actually. It's a message. He said, if you both could change a point in time that you feel that you would change the significance of what we are going through right now, what would it be?
You go first.
I thought about this. So AOL discs, I would change the point in time. You remember the time that they used to mail that shit out to people?
Mm-hmm.
I would go back in time and change that point, because then everybody got access to the internet in a world that robs us of our authenticity. I believe that people then felt even more of a need to be less authentic because they wanted to be viral. They wanted to be accepted by, whatever's going on in the world and things. The same reasons that it was meant to connect us, it has disconnected us so much. And now you have, oligarchs, this sounds like a comic book. You have rich tech oligarchs trying to take over the world, and with a form of mind control. This is straight out of Superman's playbook.
Yep.
So that's what I would change.
I would have to think about that. First thing, maybe off the top of my head, since it will probably be something music related.
Okay.
I would change the way music would be able to be
profited from,
placed on the internet. Yes, placed on the internet. I don't like the fact that certain sites or whatever. I mean, even though people were having fun taking the music like off of sites like Napster and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it in another place of how much money that the artists and groups were losing because all of this music was put on these platforms and shared freely and nobody had to pay for it.
That's true. Another problem of
So
the internet.
I would go back to that time and get rid of that shit.
See, my shit would fix your shit. We're in alignment or some shit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not answering this one from Harold from Westchester. He said kind things about the podcast. Y'all know this shit makes me feel weird reading. Anyways, he offered his services for PR, said he loved the nostalgic moments we often take, and asked us both to recount funny stories about our childhoods. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah.
What we need a PR person for? Are we saying something wrong? Are we speaking the truth? Or what do we need that for?
I think it's more so black networking. So, you know.
Oh, well, I think we're good on that, but we appreciate the kind words, though,
Yep.
guy.
Absolutely. Let's see. When you grow up, what you gonna do? You want to go first or me?
Sure do, got it. Thanks to my mom,
Go ahead.
who just put this up on her page.
Work, mom.
I want to be like Erin Jackson, who is the first black woman
Work.
to win an individual gold medal in the Winter Olympics, who also has been picked as the U.S. flag bearer for the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Work. Let me look her name up again. You say it again?
Erin Jackson. Erin Jackson.
Got you. All right. Work Olympics. Oh, wow. She's gorgeous, too. When I grow up, now and always, I hope to be like Kendrick Lamar, a writer and an artist whose pen I respect more than y'all will ever know, and who also went into the 2026 Grammy Awards as the most nominated artist. That's right. According to Forbes.com, as the hip-hop powerhouse rocked up 9 chances to score more gold, this time around, he ended the evening as the top winner as he collected like 5 new trophies, beating Bad Bunny, Jelly Roll, who tied for the second most Grammys with 3 apiece. Kendrick's evening was a historic one, and he came out on top in what is often considered the most competitive field for the second year in a row. Record of the year. So this is twice that he's done this, 2 years in a row.
But this year, he beat Jay-Z's record.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Let's see.
Yes, he sure did.
Yeah, I'm trying not to go through the whole article, but I'm gonna throw in the fact, like I said, that he has also snagged record of the year last year for that Drake diss track that Drake's still mad about. Did you hear about that, by the way?
I think you told me about it.
What, Drake? That he not letting that shit go?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to appeal the case. I haven't followed up on it, so I mean,
it's giving light skin behavior.
it's giving something that, wow. Okay.
You don't count when I say that.
Thanks.
Because you don't do no Bama stuff like
No,
that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know what I mean when I say
don't.
that.
I'm like the light skinned field nigga. I don't do that. I don't know what y'all are doing.
Because he need to let it go. Like, that's what pisses me off and makes me laugh at Drake. Because you came out, you surround yourself by all of these actual hood niggas. These actual people who have really done stuff out here.
Right.
And then you go basically snitch to the peoples because somebody hurt your feelings in a rap and you didn't keep it about the music.
Right. I mean,
So
you attacked that man
you're a bitch.
personally. You didn't even make it there's fun rap banter. You can joke about somebody's wig or whatever, but y'all be taking it to the jugular. Talking about people's babies, Nicki, Maga Minaj, all shit like that. Y'all do weird shit.
But that's what it's based on, though. And that's a whole nother realm.
It is.
When it comes to rap, there are rap battles, underground battles, where nothing, no topic. I don't care how sensitive the matter is. Nothing is off topic. Nothing. You could have just lost your baby and had a miscarriage. Let somebody from the other side find out about it. It's going in the rack.
That's dark.
I've seen it.
That's
I've seen people
dark.
about to fight and everything.
What? See,
Yep.
I stay in the house. This is why I stay in the house. Because y'all know how to act. Y'all up here rapping. How do you rap somebody's miscarriage? Come on now. Really? I mean, I wouldn't even attempt
That's
to.
why.
Okay. Look, back in my
That's why
day,
I can't do it, because it's like it takes the fun out of it.
it really does.
For real, because you getting, but they're called personals. It's an actual thing. They get personal with their opponent, and it is what it is. That's why I said, I used to, could write like that, but it's like, what are we doing that for? It's a waste of time. It's not. You're not getting any money from it unless you're being promoted in one of those groups or whatever that actually goes like state to state and has these like rap tournaments and stuff like that. You're not getting any real money from it.
True.
So what are we doing it for?
Well, I don't know what y'all are doing it like in those circles, but I do, like I said, I respect Kendrick's pen because I've always had a passion for being able to write. I believe that on so many things, the pen is mightier than the sword, and Kendrick is that person. He will eviscerate you in your face and on his pen. So I have much respect for him. So shout out to you, brother. What's this headline? Jay-Z supposedly congratulated Kendrick Lamar on breaking his Grammys record. Awesome. Nice. So work, Mr. Lamar. We see you. We see you doing your thing. Ready to answer some bullshit?
Why not?
All right. If it were lyric. Up next. We'll be right back.
We have some pretty significant news right now. Donald Trump's former chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, has come out tonight and said that Donald Trump's post about the racist post on Truth Social, likely cost Republicans the midterms. It's that bad. There's that much concern within Republican circles this evening. Mick Mulvaney told this to Kelly Meyer this evening. And while he says that if he were chief of staff, he would offer his resignation immediately. And he would also find the staffer, quote unquote, who did this and fire them. But he made clear to Kelly that, well, only 2 people likely have access to this Truth Social account other than the president of the United States. And these are top senior staffers. These are not just your everyday interns at the White House. And he says that Republicans are freaking out, essentially, that they don't know how they would be able to defend this. It's indefensible on the campaign trail. And that in his opinion, this just cost the Republican Party the midterm elections. It's that bad of a post. We'll see if he's right. Spread the word. I'll have more updates on my Substack, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come.
Conservative males intentionally withholding or lying about the fact that they're conservative and intentionally going for liberal women is an extension of rape culture. And I don't understand why people are confused about that. Why would a conservative male go for a liberal woman to conquer her? Because the same way you ask that question, I could ask the question, why would a dude who doesn't want anything serious go for the girl that does and lie and say that he does too, to conquer her? It is all about the flex is being able to finagle and finesse their way into the pants of a woman that if she knew the full truth would not want him. It is a lack of consent. Rape culture. Men do it all the time in different ways. Political views is no different. It's the same shit, packaged differently. It is not about, why would you want to be with someone with different political views? Because it's not about the political views. It's about the flex and being able to say that I was able to be a wolf in sheep's clothing and fool this liberal woman into being with me, a conservative man. It's rape culture, babes. Hope that helps.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would if it were lyric.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I discuss your situationships, friendships, relationships, and everything in between, and I give my 2 cents about it. If you want to continue to send your advice, questions, or your stories to me, please send them to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com. Now let's get into this tea.
Okay. You want to go first?
All right. Sure, I'll go first.
All right.
Let's see. All right. This first one comes from Dana.
All right, Dana.
Okay, it says, Dear Lyric, my boyfriend does not allow me access to our savings.
What?
How do I address it? I'm frustrated and I need advice. We've been together for 3 years and 3 months at this point. We have a savings account for our future home. The funny thing is, I have absolutely no access to it because it's in his name at his bank. I put into the savings by sending him money through an app, and he deposits it into the account.
Oh, no.
Whenever I need to borrow money from the account for emergencies, I have to go through him. He has to approve me taking it out. Then he will send me it on the app. For example, the other day, I forgot my lunch at home. I asked him to send me some money to go and grab some McDonald's across the street from my job, and he told me no. I asked him if he could bring me something from home, and he also said no. So I starved my entire workday.
That's awful.
There's so many things he does as well, but I don't feel the need to get into it. I need to know what to do about this because I don't think it's fair to not have access to our account.
Work.
What do you think I should do? Girl, you gotta take that L because you done gave him all your goddamn money.
That is your fault. That is your fault. I was gonna say the same thing, but
oh my gosh, he is financially abusing your ass and you just keep falling for it.
Give me more, daddy.
And I don't know how much you're sending him a month, but girl,
I love it
y'all
when you
not even
starve
married.
me,
That
daddy.
is just your boyfriend, and you have a shared savings account that you can't even have access to because he done gooped you into not having your name also on it.
He did all that. He is systemically oppressing you. He really
and guess
is.
what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna get that house. You're not gonna be on that deed. You're not gonna be on nothing. It's gonna be his house.
Wow.
And guess what's gonna happen after that? Whenever he get good and tired of you, you're gonna get put the fuck out. Yeah. He seems like the type that would go through the extreme of getting the courts involved to get you evicted from your own home, even if you put money in it.
But we do realize that times are hard, so if you do stay, I would recommend prenups, and I would recommend you squirreling away some money for yourself, that mad fund that in the accounts that you don't know about, because I mean that's if you do stay.
Times may be hard,
but we want you to leave.
If he's starting this already, and
we want you
it's
to
3
leave.
years in, 3 months, that's who he is. He is not changing no time soon. I'm
Correct.
telling you some good shit.
Yeah, leave.
You need to hurry up and get out of this abusive relationship because you also said there's other things that he does, which leads me to believe that it's even worse things. Well, why are you staying where obviously he's using you for what you can add to his pot? Because that's his pot as far as I'm concerned. He got his name on the account. You can't get it. You got to ask him for lunch. He's telling you no. He don't even care about your well-being enough to give you money for food.
Can't see it. Can't see it. You made it. I had to starve at work for some McDonald's. McDonald's,
baby.
First off, don't eat McDonald's. But if McDonald's, what?
When I be reading these back, I be like, do y'all read these to yourselves before you send them? Because the answer be right there.
Oh, that's bad.
He let me starve at work.
No.
All day. And I don't know what type of shift you had. You might have had an 8-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour. You might have had some overtime. Who gives a shit? He let you starve, baby.
We love you, but ooh.
And that's supposed to be somebody you're sharing a life with and sharing a bed with.
No.
And he let you starve. Nah, boo.
Run.
That ain't it. Listen, you need to get your own account.
Yeah.
Because in here I see you're 23 years old. There's no excuse for that.
All of the accounts. All of them.
Start putting your money up. Don't give him another cent.
Cash.
And start trying to plan your exit because that right there is not going to stop. He's going to continue to take advantage of you and use you and take you for everything you got.
Imagine a nigga I'm telling you.
Child.
Imagine a nigga telling you, just cash at me your savings. I'm going to put it in the account that has exclusively my name on it. Imagine that, Larry. Do that.
I'm blinking fast. What was it?
Not doing it. Not doing it.
Next.
right. I have two. Which one do you want? Or we can do them both. But one is from some lady crushing on her coworker, and the other is from somebody asking how to deal with their stinky friend. Your call. Hot puss or hot ass? Because there's some bullshit this week.
The crush. Let's do with the crush.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Get past the stinky friend. Coworker mess. All right. What's up, Miss Lyric? Last year, a new man started at my work. He's not my boss yet, but he will be once my boss retires in the immediate future. Physically, he's exactly my type. The guy could not be more perfect to look at. We've mostly avoided each other, but the job is pushing us closer together all the time. There's even some work trips on the horizon that him and I would be together for. He turned red when he pitched the idea to me, so I suspect he has a similar interest. The problem is, I do not date people I work with. Never have, never will. And I have no plans to quit my job. It's close to my home, everyone loves me, and they pay me way above industry standard. I may never leave work. She said, I've recently started having very spicy dreams about this guy, and it's made working with him uncomfortable. I'm almost sure I'm blushing the whole time that I'm near him, and my brain stops working completely. So I turn to y'all, some strangers, for suggestions because my friends are not helping. Now, accepting all advice, hinged and unhinged. If it were you, how would you stop being attracted to this man? Signed, her name is Tiffany.
First of all, which more important to you? Because as far as I'm concerned, if it were me, I wouldn't do it. As far as I'm concerned, my livelihood, paying the rent, paying the bills, getting that coin is far more important than entertaining somebody at work.
She said that she has an attraction to this man, and every time that he gets near her or she gets near him, young kitty be like, purr, somebody need to pet me.
Listen. Oh, well, you better find something else to do with your time. Because let me tell you something. If the shit don't work out, you said he gonna be your boss. That means you're expendable. Why even entertain that?
Yeah.
You don't shit where you eat at.
Yeah.
Keep it separate.
Yeah.
Go have a girls' night or go out on town with your girls or whatever. Go find you somebody that you do not work with, because it's not going to work, baby. It's not.
Work.
Because the minute y'all get to arguing and something goes sideways and turns left, it's it. You done ruined your workplace space. It gets weird, tension, all of that stuff. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
I feel the same about coworkers too. Like, even if you're not my boss, coworkers?
No. Ew. First of all, when I get a new job, when I used to, I block everybody that I've seen on my social media.
I thought it was just me. Okay.
I don't play that.
I thought it was
this
just
is how
me.
far I go.
I got you.
One, people are messy.
Yep.
They'll go back and tell if they think that you posted something inappropriate to try to get you in trouble.
That's what happened to that white man at my job. Remember, he was saying like nigga on the internet or whatever, and they ran it back to my job.
I mean, that's valid though. I'm talking about, say you was out at the club and you had something revealing on or whatever, and they took that picture off your Facebook and shared it amongst themselves at work. I'm talking about stupid stuff,
like messy shit.
Like people do that.
Young
shit.
I got you. Yeah,
I don't befriend nobody I work with unless we were friends before the job. I do not do that, and I would never date anybody that I work with. That's crazy to me. No, don't do it. That's my advice. Save yourself the problems.
Good luck to you, Tiffany. That's my sister's name too.
Let's do the other one next week. Because that baffled me. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And this funky friend. How are you still stinking? And it's like February. What? Okay. Anyways, up next.
I'm not even going to address that, because guess what? If you don't know what you're supposed to be doing as an adult, then you've already lost.
Well, these are young people. One is 18 and one is 23. Why are y'all listening to this show? Okay. Anyways. You want to do your wrap up, or should I just move on?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do my wrap up, which is the following. If you want to continue sending your advice, questions, and stories, or whatever the case may be, send them to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com. Until next time, bye.
Her smell lingers after she leaves places and after she leaves places and stays on things she touches or sits on. Okay, I'm not doing this. Up next, trolling the timeline. We'll be back.
And if this can help anybody else today, I just want to tell y'all this. Hopefully this can actually blow somebody's mind today. Y'all parents be grooming y'all to accept them when you're older by whooping your ass now. Y'all parents be confusing your mentality and your intellect by beating your ass and then coming back and talking to you like they're your friend. And this in turn basically creates a safe space for them once you get older to be their friend, and they can still do whatever the fuck they want to do with you because they know for a fact you're not going to do shit but come back. They are conditioning you to be okay with their abuse just so you can call it love and respect and still have these people beside you while they gain nothing but benefits from you. If you recognize now that you are in your 30s and you're now trying to work through childhood trauma and you're going to therapy and you're doing your work to become a better person, and you still recognize that your mother is a trigger for you, you're basically planting boundaries with her, you're trying your hardest to communicate with this woman, you're using your words, but she consistently keeps using her hands, she keeps using aggressive tactics to basically get you to fall in line. You still have to walk on eggshells around your mama while she's in her 60s and 70s, but she still demands that you take care of her. She demands that you take her places. She demands that you still respect her as a mother. I want y'all to know that they are literally programming you from a child to accept their fucking terrible behavior. They are literally abusing you in younger years so you can actually ignore and dismiss their mental health and continuously believe that they are not a perfect being and they deserve to act that way because in return you are their child and they brought you here, and you should not be judging their character but still loving them as a mother or father. Y'all gotta know when to cut the cord. Y'all see such an uprise and no contact with parents nowadays because a lot of people are now recognizing their worth and recognizing that love does not hurt, love is not abusive, love is not confusing, and love does not create such a turmoil of consequences that the only person that is being at fault is you. The first step with recognizing that love does not hurt is going back to the grain, bitch. It makes you go back into your childhood and recognize how terrible parents you had. The only way that they was able to ever show you love was if your ass was complacent, you was quiet, you was seen, and you was not heard. That was the only time they was able to extend love to you. You recognize that you had to be the person to pick yourself up. You had to be that emotional stepping point for yourself because everybody else around you was emotionally unavailable. You had to be more self-sufficient and more independent in your younger years because everybody else around you chose to just have you, abandon you, and then make it your duty and your job to figure everything out from the get-go. You see what I'm saying? And once you hit this realization, a lot of people be in fear. Because I recognize this. When y'all start recognizing that a lot of y'all triggers and a lot of y'all problems come from the literal person that brought you here, this is when fear kicks in. Because you know the right answer is to let them go. But because that's your mother, that's your everything, that's your father, they brought you here. They sacrificed so fucking much. They still sacrificing to this day. They are doing that shit because they feel like you are obligated to give them things back involuntarily. For example, if you recognize that your father is paying, let's just say your father is paying your phone bill or your rent, or your mother is watching your kids for you on a day-to-day basis, that still does not justify them disrespecting you. Them doing basic shit in the family tree that they're supposed to do because, again, they brought you here, so they also know that sooner or later you was gonna want kids too. So they created the family tree. It is, how can I put this? It's still not your responsibility to take on additional loads because of their lack of or their portions of neglect. What I mean by that, again, just because your mama watch your kids don't mean that your mama can just take money from you whenever the fuck she wants to. It doesn't mean that your mom can just walk in your crib and stay the night whenever the fuck she wants to. Just because your dad fix your car don't mean that your dad can just drive your shit whenever the fuck he feel like it. Because, I mean, a car note is still needed on that car and car insurance is still needed. He ain't putting shit in that car, but he consistently drives it because he feel like I fixed it that one time and I'm your father, so I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Know when to set boundaries. It's okay to distance yourself from your family, from your mom and your daddy. It's okay to distance yourself for a little bit just to help them recognize that you can leave whenever the fuck you want to and then come back because you are a grown motherfucking person. It's okay to help them come to the realization that you ain't for that bullshit. When you was young and weak and you was vulnerable, okay, y'all was able to attack me. Y'all was able to abuse me. Now that I am able-bodied, I am able to hold both logic and emotions. Nobody is playing in my fucking face. So you can distance yourself from your family sometimes and then come back when you recognize that they do want to change or they do recognize that they love you. Sometimes your absence is needed with people that don't recognize that you ain't gonna always be there and you are not specifically a necessity for them, okay? So if you are currently sitting here trying to wonder if I should cut my mom off, she did this, then cut her off. Because if it was your friend, you'll cut that bitch off. If it was your partner, you'll damn near get them some actual harmful consequences. If it was a stranger, you'll probably beat the hell out of them, cut them off. And then you come back around when you feel like the fucking fire has been, put out. You come back around when they at least try to start putting in effort to want to be a better person because of their own actions. But you do not have to still stick around very terrible ass parents, bro.
Time to troll.
Like I said earlier, so much has happened since we took a bit of a break. So I guess I'll start with the fun or funny. I guess by now everybody heard about how Maggie Minaj is working for Trump and she got her house saved, right? You didn't hear about that?
Nope.
Oh, God. According to TMZ, Nicki Minaj keeping house after judgment was suddenly satisfied. So, I'm going to read the article, but Nicki Minaj will not have to sell her home in order to pay off a bodyguard who, if you remember, her husband Kenneth Petty allegedly attacked because the bodyguard's lawyer says the judgment has been satisfied. This is according to TMZ, and this came like right after the whole, twerking for Trump parade and going up on Turning Point, her whole, little white power parade that she's been doing. She's been on, coon tour.
So she's going to try to say she did all that as a ploy, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what the Barbs are already saying. I peeped in on, a couple of the older people that rock for Nicki, and I don't know, it's almost kind of being normalized. It's like, well, she had to do that in order to save that house. I mean,
no,
I
she
ain't
didn't.
saying I was gonna do that.
Didn't.
I've said, yeah. And people are trying to justify it. Well, when you got that much money, the links that you gonna go through. Because, I mean, look at Snoop. And then people are trying to justify, of course, Snoop and Nelly and, like I said, the rest of the niggas on Coon Tour right now that are doing the most.
If she had to alienate the majority of her fan base for her own personal interests,
you're not really doing the money thing.
She has no business being your fave because she don't fuck with y'all for real.
She does not. You are a paycheck.
Get out of here.
And I mean, I get it. And then I hate the argument. You got to separate the artist from the art and the bullshit from the business from their bullshit and all that other stuff because it's all a part of the package. You don't get to be celebrated.
How can you separate the artistry from the person when, especially if you're a writer, most songwriters write from what's going on around them, what they've experienced as a person
it's
throughout the years. So you cannot separate the art and the artist.
They still do it. They still do it for R. Kelly, who I ain't stepped in the name of love since goddamn early 2000s. Like, no, I'm not separating the artist from a horrible person. Ugh. Right.
He was singing about them young girls in his songs, though. Just people were just so obsessed with dancing and bopping to the tune, they wasn't paying attention to the lyrics in his songs. He'd been talking about young girls since the 12 Play album. Clock it.
Well, you going next, or you want me to pivot?
Are we talking about how the orange pedophile then posted the Obamas as apes?
I'm going into that in my segment next.
Okay. Because other than the political stuff, I really haven't been. Oh, well, let me see. No, I take that back. How about Glorilla's siblings is coming on the social media platform saying that she don't help her family, she's stingy as shit, she
You know
don't
what?
give them nothing.
I did come across a video that was talking about this, and here's where I land. Okay, where do you land with it? Because this is your story. Where do you land with it first?
So my thing is,
because it started this whole debate on the internet. For those of y'all that are listening, it started this whole debate on whether or not that behavior should be considered wrong, or if it's right for, or is it like that thing of where if you're that person that's in the family and you real successful, you supposed to come back and give it back to the hood, and y'all don't never give it back, and niggas just be nigging on talking, and y'all don't always listen, I think, to the things that you say.
To me, if you didn't support my climb to my rise to fame, if you wasn't out there doing all this, that, and the third, and even if you was just sharing my music, I would take that. If you was just sitting back watching me struggle from the very beginning of my career and you wasn't doing anything to pour into me, don't expect shit. The fuck?
Yeah.
Don't these entitlement issues be driving me crazy, because why do you get on this internet spilling this family stuff, and thinking that you're entitled to anything anybody does? No, it would be nice if she did, of course, but she doesn't have to do anything for anybody. And you come into the internet just makes you look super pressed. It makes you look like you don't want anything for yourself, because what are you doing with your life that you can't go out there and try to get your own coin?
I think for me, it's even, it's that image that you think that just because these people are celebrated, that they didn't have a life before they got in front of your camera. Like,
right.
You don't think that they had an actual life. Y'all got relatives that y'all don't talk to and don't like now. Y'all got this. You think that they don't? So this idea that I somehow owe you by link of blood, which I did not ask to be a part of, that I'm supposed to somehow rescue you from the decisions that you've made in your life that are different from mine, just out of obligation. Why?
And honestly, we don't know their family dynamic before she even became a well-known rapper.
We don't.
You might have had you might have not been in a good place with her even before that. How we know? We wouldn't know. So I don't like when people come to the internet with their problems. Like, what do you want us to do about it? Take us out the group chat. Because what you want us to do? Stop hating her? Start hating her, I mean? Stop listening to her music? Stop supporting her?
Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want.
We're not going to take your word for it.
Yeah, because it's a black woman
We're gonna
suffering.
Stay out of it.
No, it's a black woman suffering, and how dare her step out in her independence and actually live off of her own back? How dare her? And do it with me watching her? How dare you spend your money and use the work that you paid, or the fruits from the labor that you earned, to make your life good? Wow. Interesting.
Crazy.
Okay. Well, and I mean, because I was going to pivot into how that's different from these billionaires, but I mean, do I need to break it? I don't think I need to. That just sounds like some young shit. Anyways, speaking of young shit, Gen Z, according to Fortune, Gen Z is rebelling against TikTok USA by installing another app founded by an Oracle alum. So, in this article, again, according to Fortune.com, Gen Z creators in the U.S. are staging a quiet revolt against TikTok's new American owners, and their protest is happening one download at a time by installing a risky alternative app built by a former Oracle employee. Yeah. So, basically in the article, I'm going to summarize, but what they're saying is that they're tired of this kind of super, I guess, governed algorithm where they're feeding you content. And have you seen it? Have you noticed differences in your For You page, your algorithm, personally?
No,
I
haven't, because maybe a couple of months ago I was looking on some people's pages, and they said there was a thing where you could turn like something off in the settings. So I've been doing that. I did that, and I've been only seeing lately what I've been wanting to see. I haven't been like getting anything weird like that I'm not used to watching. I mean, I don't know if that actually helped or not, but me personally, no.
Well, my algorithm has been completely off. And for some strange ass reason, I've like entered or ended up on White Woman Talk, where you got all these accounts from all these white women talking about their mental health and how they left MAGA, or what MAGA is and what their belief system is. And don't get me wrong. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. Some of it is very, very interesting, but a lot of it is very eerie. I've even gone down the rabbit hole and seen that the actual cultists of the MAGA movement, you know what they believe?
No, tell me.
They believe that they are let me read this. They believe that they are somehow descendants or in the bloodline of King Jesus, whatever the fuck that means. And they think that they are supposed to rule alongside Jesus and, I don't know, oppress us all or something. But they believe that they are the one bloodline that is better than everyone. That is what they believe. So all of this stuff, and when they talk about the coming of Jesus, when Jesus comes back, he's going to rule everybody, and white people will also rule alongside Jesus, because that's what they are doing, and they are the true people. That is what a large believe, like, that's why you see all of this extremism, because they'll go, oh, well, he's an imperfect vessel. Jesus is using a imperfect vessel in order to make all of these impossible things happen. Trump is impossibly doing the unthinkable and this, that, and the third, and we're going to rule alongside Jesus. And yeah.
So they're merging, I can't remember if it was Jehovah Witness or Mormon. They're merging one of those religions and making their own, because they believe only a certain number of people are going to heaven.
Yeah.
So they just basically made their own religion. Oh, okay.
That's what MAGA believes. It's a cult. It's a cult. Like, that's what some of the creators are saying, at least on the TikTok that I've found myself down this rabbit hole of. So while it's interesting, I do not care, because religion has always been freaky to me. It's got people doing things. Religion, for me, has always seemed so hypocritical. Like, it's never been for me. So, you know, shout outs to those of y'all out here living that faith, but I don't know what's going on. Shit's getting weird.
Well, let's see. Do we care that Kelly Clarkson is ending her talk show after 7 years? Kelly Clarkson!
Who?
Kelly Clarkson is ending her daytime talk show after 7 seasons. And also, Sherry Shepherd's daytime talk show, Sherry, was canceled after 4.
Well, I hate to hear that about Sherry, but who?
I really don't care, because I didn't like her talk show.
Wasn't she fucking with the MAGAs? Or, yeah. Who? I'm not certain. Okay. You know what? Tomorrow, well, we're recording on Saturday, so tomorrow's the Super Bowl. So my next ones are a little sports related. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Work. Watch me thug it out. All right. Super Bowl. As we ramp up and get ready for the big game, Josh Singleton, commander of the Santa Clara County Human Trafficking Task Force, wants you all to know they ain't playing around with y'all and the prostitution. Okay? According to TMZ, anyone lucky enough to score a ticket to Super Bowl better not try their luck with sex workers while they're out partying and having fun, because you'll probably get arrested. That's right. John Singleton, he tells TMZ that his team of federal, state, and local law enforcement officers ain't messing around when it comes to sex workers. And if you get caught messing around with them, you're gonna wind up in handcuffs. Singleton gives everybody a fair warning. Come have a good time at the Super Bowl. Don't engage in no commercial sex, because we're out in force, and we're enforcing the law.
Wow.
So, you know.
I don't even know who's playing.
Listen, neither do I.
Is that ignorant?
No, I have no clue.
For the past couple years, I just have not been in it. Like, unless the Cowboys just so happen to win and I catch it, I really haven't been giving a shit about the Super Bowl or football or anything. It's just like it's become so.
Listen, I don't turn that shit on. I'm gonna watch Bad Bunny's performance. I'm gonna do that.
That's the only reason why I'm watching it.
That's
the halftime
the
show
reason.
and to see what bullshit commercials they come up with.
Oh, I don't
and
want to see that.
hopefully, I'm going to hear one of my favorite things to listen to right now on TikTok.
What?
This black woman that came up with a jingle for Hidden Valley Ranch. Now, I don't even eat fucking ranch. I hate ranch. I'm a blue cheese girl. Sorry.
I hate it all. Gross.
But this girl, when I tell you she be singing the fuck out this damn jingle, I really hope that they heard it and they just so happened to put that joint on the halftime commercial spot.
Oh, so they have a
singing
contest.
Like I'm a.
So do
I'm
they have like a
play
contest?
It for you in a little bit.
Okay. Do they have a contest running or something?
Huh?
Is it like a contest that's running or something?
No, but you know, ever since the Dr. Pepper baby tastes
Right.
good with ice. Whatever she said. Ever since then, people have been on TikTok relentless, trying to come up with their own jingles and posting them, hoping that one of these brands sees it and picks them up and, you know, uses it for whatever the case may be. So,
So they out here working.
This has opened the door. This particular one, though, this one really deserves it.
Okay.
She ate down. I don't want to be a hater, but I was like, I didn't like the Dr. When I say hated it, I'm not trying to be no hater. It was just so basic. It was just nothing about it that was like, I want to go drink a Dr. It didn't make me want to drink no damn Dr. Pepper.
Right.
But baby, the Hidden Valley Ranch make me want to put ranch on everything, and I hate ranch. And that's what a jingle to me is supposed to do, and make you want to have the product.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play that later on in the show.
All right.
How to find it.
Yeah, I'll also remind y'all, not just the people going to the game, but also the rest of us that'll be watching. Well, I won't be, but you know, the halftime show I'll be watching, but I'm not turning the game on. But this is according to The Guardian. Despite assurances, residents and officials prepare for possible ICE operations during the Super Bowl. So, I don't know what to tell y'all, because in Santa Clara, California, where nearly half of the residents were born outside of the U.S., fear builds up as the game day approaches, and I don't blame them. Trump sitting up there threatening to send ICE in at the Super Bowl, heavy ICE presence. I don't know, they probably gonna try to make a spectacle. They tried to arrest Don Lemon. I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Bunny mid-performance got handcuffs. And I don't wish that on anybody, but this is the kind of stupid, dumbass shit that they're playing around with. I do not like these people. Got anything else?
Let's see. Kalani wins the Grammy for Best R&B Performance with Folded.
I did like Kalani. I did see the clips. I didn't watch that either, by the way. I didn't watch the Grammys.
I didn't watch no Grammys.
I watched to see if Kendrick won, and I watched that on the internet. That's it. I'm not.
Ooh, and Duran Bernard won first Grammy, too.
And he acted a fool. I loved it. He was so happy.
Album.
He was so happy. Shout out, young man.
Did you see they done made a meme or a GIF, one of them GIFs of him running up to the stage?
No.
Baby, I was crying. That motherfucker dashed from his seat. Dashed like he was on the motherfucking Olympics.
I know that's right.
To grab that motherfucker. I said, I know that's right.
I know that's right. That is your moment. Wow. Just imagine. I can't even. Wow. Well, all right. Well, I have to follow up something so joyous with something so ratchet. Stefan Diggs sued. Your goons beat me up after you lied about me stealing your Ferrari. This is according to TMZ. They say more legal trouble for Stefan Diggs. He's getting slapped with a lawsuit a couple of days before his New England Patriots play in the Super Bowl. Well, now we know who's playing and who's going to be there. Stefan. The Patriots star or wide receiver is being sued for defamation and more, according to a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ. In the docs, a man who claims he used to work for Stefan says in July 2024, Stefan requested he arrange for Stefan's Ferrari to be transported from Miami to New York and then to Houston, but he says the Ferrari was stolen in Houston. The guy claims law enforcement concluded the Ferrari was stolen by third parties in a sophisticated theft, but he says Stefan started telling people in their circles that the guy stole the car. He vehemently denies stealing the Ferrari and says he was never arrested or charged in the case, and he claims Stefan's false allegations. So I don't know what's going on with Stefan. So, that's your boy. Not yours, but, somebody's. I got nothing else. I didn't care. In entertainment news anyways. What you got?
I really didn't care either, honestly. The only I don't want to end this on a sad note. I mean, Snoop Dogg's daughter, Corey Brodus, mourns the loss of her baby girl after a long NICU battle. So she ended up passing. Prayers to their family who's going through it, because the baby was like 10 months old and still in the NICU. So she had a lot of issues going on, and she ended up not making it. So yeah, my thoughts and prayers are to that family.
Wow. Yeah, that is a bad way to end this. I guess. I have nothing positive to say in my next segment. What you got?
How about, let's end it on this one. Billy Porter says, fuck her.
To who?
When asked about Nicki Minaj.
Oh, absolutely.
People always show their true selves. When I tell you he had me weak, he was dead serious.
About
what? Don't ask him about her. He don't fuck with her because she don't fuck with y'all.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know a single person that has not said fuck you, Nicki, at this point, other than Barb's. Like, I don't know. I just don't.
Let me see if I can play it.
Been trending, over her. Speaking of this, we're on this topic because, Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Did you hear it?
I did. And I do. I mean, ate her entire face off, and it's the truth.
Oh,
people,
my God,
Dr. Angelou said it. Believe them. Nicki showed you. So for any of y'all out here still caping for that woman, I do not y'all aren't like us. I don't know what to tell you. That's very strange. Last thing I will say, the people in Michigan, ICE doing horrible things, and I'm glad to see the momentum happening from it. But what I'm I'm just so overwhelmed with emotions, and I'm going to temper what I want to say, because I was going to dedicate my segment to saying what I wanted to say about this, but I will just say the fact that it did not start being momentum until it happened to a white man and a white woman. It's telling. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, of course. But you already knew that was going to happen.
No, I knew that was going to happen, but it's so out loud now, and it's just in our face. Literally, right there. Y'all did not give a shit when it was a black man.
Of course they didn't.
So fuck y'all. Up next.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, did you? Go for it.
I had found a Hidden Valley Ranch. Hold on.
This is not an ad.
Please, not without you, Hidden Valley Ranch.
Now with the music.
They will find you. Hidden Valley Ranch will find you. Please, not without you, Hidden Valley Ranch.
I'm big.
Baby, if I don't hear that during the Super Bowl, y'all lost me. I'm turning it off. Because what? This the perfect time for it too. Super Bowl Sunday. That's all niggas be eating is wings and pizzas and little sliders and shit.
This is your thing.
Don't miss the opportunity.
This is your time to shine.
It's your time to shine, baby. Big baby. Yeah. Kenneth Rally Ranch will be off them goddamn shelves. They put that shit out there during Black History Month. What you mean? Y'all gonna drive y'all sales up expeditiously?
Okay. We've trolled. We're done. Unseasoned behavior up next. We'll be right back.
So we've come full circle in a strange way. We've come from legal discrimination to forced compliance through civil rights laws to voluntary diversity programs worth billions of dollars, and now to what some are calling the dismantling of DEI entirely. The question is this: how did we get here? What was in that 60-year arc really about? And what does this sudden reversal tell us about whether diversity initiatives were ever really about creating equal opportunity, or whether they were always just performative responses to legal and social pressure? The answer reveals something uncomfortable about the origins of corporate diversity efforts and why they may have been so easy to dismantle. Because most companies don't embrace diversity out of moral awakening or business insight. They were forced into it by law and sued into compliance and pressured by social movements. And when that pressure changed direction, so did corporate behavior. We've been having the wrong argument for 60 years. The debate has been framed as diversity programs versus merit. But that's a false dichotomy. The real question is whether our evaluation systems actually measure merit or whether they measure proximity to power. Similarly to existing leadership and access to networks and pedigree. Most organizations have never had true merit-based systems. I know this to be true from having been an executive recruiter for over 20 years, including at one of the world's largest search firms. I know this for having supported recruiting efforts for over 10 years at 3 Fortune 100 companies and 1 Fortune 10 company. I'm not trying to disparage any of these organizations, but they've had relationship-based, pedigree-based, loyalty-based systems that they called merit-based because that sounds more legitimate than we promote people who remind us of ourselves, however unintentionally. DEI programs were created to address this problem, but they often became compliance theater, tracking demographics and running training programs rather than fundamentally reforming the biased systems that create unequal outcomes. So here's where we are. DEI programs are being dismantled, but the underlying problem, systems that claim to be merit-based but aren't, remains unchanged. This could simply return us to the pre-DEI status quo, where biased systems produce unequal outcomes and everyone pretends it's okay because of merit differences rather than system design. Or, and this is an opportunity hidden in the disruption, leaders could finally address the actual problem. If you truly believe in a meritocracy, prove it. Not by pointing to the absence of DEI programs, but by implementing genuinely objective evaluation systems.
We've got more significant Epstein files to talk about right now. These involve Don Jr., appears to be Don Jr., the president of the United States' son, from 2019, months before Epstein was arrested, indicted, and later died. This new file shows Jeffrey Epstein speaking with one Andrew Farkas. January 27, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein asks whether can we, quote, do a coffee with Don Jr. Thursday, Friday, only if easy, as I know I like people that are funny. Farkas responds, I won't be here, let me send you some dates. A subsequent email from Jeffrey Epstein to Farkas on the 29th of January seemingly follows up, quote, Don Jr. dates. A third email, this is an alert, this seems to be a calendar notification, Farkas Don Jr. conversation scheduled for February 4th, 2019 at 8 a.m. But wait, there's more. This email from February 22nd, 2018 shows Jeffrey Epstein communicating with Steve Bannon, Donald Trump's former senior advisor. In this email chain, they're talking about a 60 minutes clip. And guess what Jeffrey Epstein says? I should send the clip to Don Jr. Why is this a big deal? Let me connect the dots. And this is all assuming they're referring to Don Jr., the president's son. Based on context clues, that's what it appears to be. During this period, Donald Trump was president of the United States. His Department of Justice has already opened up an investigation into sex trafficking allegations against Epstein at this time. Allegedly, years before, Donald Trump kicked Epstein out of his club because of how horrible he thought Epstein was. And despite that, it now appears to be based on this that Epstein is getting coffee or meeting with Don Jr. at some point. That is a significant development. Now, it's not confirmed that they got coffee. You just see these emails going back and forth. It's not confirmed that he ever sent that clip that he referred to Steve Bannon to Don Jr. It's not clear if Don Jr. responded, but here's what we have right now. We're putting together the puzzle pieces, so spread the word, and I'll have more soon.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
Listen, everybody with my number has texted me this story, and I'm going to just click on it. According to NBCnews.com, Trump says he won't apologize for a racist post depicting the Obamas as apes. The White House initially defended Trump's post, saying it was, quote, from an internet meme video. But after backlash, including from Republicans, it was removed. President Donald Trump on Friday removed a racist video he posted to social media late Thursday night that depicted former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes, but he said he won't apologize for posting it. The roughly minute-long video focused on false election fraud claims of blah, 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 blah. Here's my thing. I don't care. I just don't. I don't care. Yeah, he made the meme. Yeah, he did it during Black History Month. Yeah, he depicted people, black people specifically, as monkeys. Yes, he did it as the president. And yes, he does not give a shit. But you know what? I don't either. That's me personally. I simply do not care because this is another distraction. It's another distraction. It's just that. He doesn't want to talk about these Epstein files. He wants to talk about absolutely any and everything else to deflect and distract people because the entire world, not the United States, and like the entire world, heads are rolling right now in other countries. So it makes complete sense that he wants to flood the news feed with more outlandishness to distract from the release of these Epstein files and all them names up and through them. I wouldn't be surprised if he outwardly on goddamn Fox News went up and, I don't know, called somebody nigger, like hard R, to their face. And he is doing everything that he can to distract from the Epstein files because this is where the hive is. We're in the hive right now. The people are being exposed. You've had several leaders from different organizations, of course, resigning left and right. And all of that's fine, and it makes total sense. But here's the thing that we have to remember. This is how these rich and powerful people have been getting away with doing this nonsense for so long. They've made people programmable. They feed you what you want to see, mixed in with what they want you to see. And when huge headlines hit the feed, he does something ridiculous and floods it out so that we all start talking about something else. But let's be clear. These Epstein files are the largest pile of shit hitting the news in at least my memory and lifetime. And they don't know what the fuck to do to distract. Ooh, girl, did you hear that so-and-so stepped down for whatever the fuck-ass company, bitch? Yeah, girl. He was up in them files, bitch, or whatever else. And before y'all know it, we're desensitized. And moving on to the next thing, the next person. As we discuss with our coworkers, did you hear about so-and-so? We at the water cooler or whatever. I mean, if y'all still got a job. But let's be clear. They've been doing this shit forever with little to no consequence. What makes you think that this is any different? What makes this different? They're going to simply leave from one position using their billions of dollars and then assimilate into a different position under a new name or far away from, where don't nobody know them or they're rich enough to just live off their wealth until they're close to croaking, and then they'll, have groomed their seedlings into that fuck-ass mentality also. And then they'll hoard the wealth and pass it along to their kids that then grow up to also be assholes. Look at Don Jr. and Eric, for example. So no, I'm not upset about whatever the fuck shit he does from day to day to distract from what the actual issue is because of these files. I'm not going to invest a whole lot of energy into entertaining distractions. But you know what? While I'm on it, while I'm actually talking about it, several things have come out, including shit about how, like, the owner of Chuck E. Cheese is listed as being part of these Epstein files, and immediately people were memeing and making jokes about how Chuck E. Cheese is in the files, as it overshadows the actual individual's name, which is Scott Drake, and it becomes a meme, and it's funny. and then it's palatable, and then we move on and accept it. And we can't allow that this time. This is something that's very serious. We're already, as a society, we've already become so desensitized. We're using words like unalived and unalive instead of just flat out saying murder. You murdered somebody. That's what you did. You killed them. That is what you did. This is very serious. Satirical jokes and easier ways to absorb information are important. But in situations like these, I believe that the joking about it, the making jokes, the funny comments, the one-line zingers, and having fun debates and shit about it is actually harming us more than it is actually helping us. When you play into that rhetoric, once you meme it, once you start giggling about shit, it gets diluted. The actual message, the impact, the actual heaviness of the situation, the magnitude, the weight, it all gets diluted. And we end up missing the message because we're so hung up on the hilarity. It loses impact because then you see a meme or you see an AI generated photo like the one they AI'd Mondami, the New York mayor, into the Epstein files and shit, and then rumors about how Obama went to school with Epstein when their ages don't even match up. Y'all doing shit like that in order to take away from the impact in this very real issue. That is what we're seeing playing out because we've become so numb as a nation and as a race of people to the content that we digest. We've become so numb to it. The Epstein files and, talks of eating children and allegations of rape and murder and all of these other things that some of the very well people, the people that we know as household names, that is not angering enough to see any action from the U.S. These people are still in positions of power. They are consistently making our lives as American citizens and as citizens of the world. They're making our lives miserable daily, and they still have their positions. Why? Because we're not angry enough, because we become desensitized. We're not angry enough, and no amount of me going down whatever bullshit ass rabbit hole Donald Trump has made from day to day to day to distract from these files is going to change that very, very simple fact. I'm not doing it. I don't think you should do it. I can't tell you how to behave, but if you see some fuck shit about the files, let the people that are supposed to be dissecting and going through the files, let them niggas tell us what's going on. The actual news media. And I don't mean this whitewash bullshit over on Fox. Quit listening to your favorite creator about what's in the files and go read the shit. They have excerpts highlighted and everything. I don't want to hear from Becky Lou Who or whatever on Instagram story about who or what's in the files. I don't. I want to hear about it from a credible news source if I don't want to go read it myself, because, it's heavy. But I want to hear about it from a media source that is not owned by this oligarchy. I want to hear about it from people that have actually taken the time and have devoted their lives and careers to dissect and debunk this kind of information. That's what I want. Anything to add, Miss Lyric?
No, you pretty much covered it.
Excellent. Y-Files up next. We'll be back in a second.
But ICE is emboldened when the response are name calling and throwing snowballs. If I can shoot you in the face and the worst that happens to me is I get called some names and you throw some snowballs, no real violence, well, I just got away with shooting you in the face. White Lives Matter doesn't exist. Where's the White Lives Matter? Where's the White Lives Matter crowd? When it was Black Lives Matter, it was White Lives Matter. It was All Lives Matter. Where are the All Lives Matter people? Where's the outrage? The only outrage I'm seeing is from white leftist women online, white leftist people in general. And then that outrage turns to finger pointing that black people aren't being loud enough. I seen a tweet. Okay, black people, you've proved your point. Now can you come help out? That's not any way to start a conversation.
You think darkness is your ally?
I was born in it. Molded by it. Black people, you've made your point. What are you talking about? How about an apology? Do y'all ever think to do that? No, because white people don't know how to apologize because they don't see anything that they've done as wrong. If this is the crossroads, we come to the point. Now, you're going to make it seem like it's us causing and creating division while you stood by and watch us get murdered. From 2014 to 2020, Jesus, you couldn't go a week without seeing one of us get killed on TV. And we had to internalize that pain. How many times did the Rodney King tape play over and over in the 90s? Propaganda is a real thing. They play cops nonstop during the 90s, and it make every black person look like a criminal. So when we tell you that black people are coming in our neighborhoods and killing us, you must deserve it. Well, you know black people are criminals, right? So, because you trust your media, because the media always has your best interest, because painting white people in a benevolent light is good for the power structure, because it makes you look at criminals as somebody who has to wear a ski mask and not a white man in a suit. When the biggest criminal that ever walked America way back then and still now is a white man in a motherfucking suit. Gun nuts, right? Second Amendment, gun nuts, says it's my right to have a firearm just in case the government gets tyrannical. Well, guess what, nigga? It's getting very tyrannical. It's been very tyrannical. You don't think that black people experience tyranny in this country? What the fuck do you think Jim Crow was?
Multiple insiders are claiming that Donald Trump and Republicans are currently doing everything in their power to ensure that Bill and Hillary Clinton's hearing before Congress about Epstein is not televised. This morning, Hillary Clinton said, "Let's stop playing games. If you want this fight, Representative Comer, let's have it in public. You love to talk about transparency. There's nothing more transparent than a public hearing. Cameras on. We will be there." Ever since the Clintons have been pushing to make this hearing publicly televised, Donald Trump's tone about them has changed dramatically. Take a look.
It bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton. I still like Bill Clinton. What do you like about him? I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me. He understood me.
Quite a difference in tone there, very noticeable. Just a couple of days ago, he was calling attention towards Bill Clinton, saying that he was guilty and the Democrats are, but not him. Now he's saying that he's bothered by Congress's focus on the Clintons. He said, "I think it's a shame, to be honest. I always liked him. She's a very capable woman. She was better at debating than some of the other people, I will tell you that. She was smarter. Smart woman." Trump has spent years talking down on both of the Clintons, but the second they want to tell the entire world everything they know about Epstein, suddenly he loves them. That's a little suspicious.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained, we're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your skeets over on Blue Sky at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com. Just remember, this is the Why Files. Put that in the subject line because the truth is out there. What you got, Miss Lyric?
Okay, so y'all know that I mentioned the whole blizzard of 2026.
Wow.
So my why comes from me,
okay.
Of course. Why are so many of y'all being so petty over these parking spots in your car?
Listen, I'll tell you why. I am.
I understand that.
No, you don't understand.
If you dug your car out,
exactly,
you want your parking spot. But you have to think in reality. And the reality is people are fucking lazy. They don't give a shit that you took 2 hours to dig your shit out. If you're gone for 8 hours because you had to go to work and you come home and your spot is taken,
baby,
it is what it is.
There was a whole confrontation over at my apartment complex, baby.
But I've been seeing some hilarious videos of y'all getting back, and y'all pettiness is unmatched. Because tell me why.
What are they doing?
I've seen videos of people paying the people who have the snow plows to push the snow into the people's cars so they can't get out. I done seen y'all take the most random shit out y'all house and try to block the spots out. I done seen somebody would pull their whole dresser drawer out and put it in their spot. Y'all got way too much time on y'all hands.
I love it, actually. I love that idea of paying the snowplow man. Wow.
I mean, that was funny.
I
ain't
didn't
gonna
even
lie.
consider that shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, okay, so it took me. I'm gonna just give you my story. My story.
Okay.
My story is that it took me. I got up. I knew that I get up early for work, but I knew that I was gonna have to get up extra early because the day before I had only cleaned off my car because I didn't have a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
My black ass forgot that in my car I didn't move my shovel from one car to another when I changed cars. So, anyways, so I was stuck and I had to wait, but I was digging myself out, and then as I tried to, floor it and get over the hump, I kind of got stuck on the hump. So I then had to call a friend over with the shovel and, dig my black ass out. But anyways, long story short, it was a 5-hour fiasco almost, because then I had to wait for my friend to get over here, and, it was way too far for me to walk to go get a shovel, and yeah, it was a mess. Either way, I own that space now. I will fight you.
You will fight to the death.
I don't care if there's nothing on the ground. That is my space now. I own it. So yeah, I'm gonna put a whole ass sofa on the space.
I have also seen that too. I done seen people pull out old ass sofas that they done brought up from their garage and put in their space.
Yeah. I'm putting a whole love seat right there. Don't you sit nowhere near there.
I feel y'all though.
So why?
Because the truth is out there.
Because I'm out there. I will cut you. This why comes from Nate from Joppa, Maryland. He says, "Why Marcus be like, see you next week, and then we don't hear back from y'all for a month? Do y'all be on different platforms, or is your show being suppressed?"
I need y'all to stay out of our business. Cause life be lifing.
It do. Last week was my fault though. Cause I was asleep like shit.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
I had that morning edible and it just hit the right way. My mind was clear and I just drifted off until about 2:00, and I was like, wait, shouldn't I be doing something? Oh, wait. So, cause I'm out there. But this why comes from me. Why is Matthew Knowles out here still trying to make money off Destiny's Child? Listen, I'm not trying to knock nobody's hustle because I realize it's hard out here. I mean, it is. But he told Out Magazine in an interview when asked about Destiny's Child on tour. Have you heard about this?
No.
Destiny's Child on tour. He said, the question was, tell us more about the upcoming tour. His response, the Destiny's Child iconic reimagined tribute celebrates the hits of Destiny's Child through the elegance of a string quintet surrounded by thousands of candles and pays a powerful homage to empowerment, harmony, and legacy. It becomes a moment to reimagine and feel. Why?
Bye. We do not care. We do not care.
That sounds like a candlelight vigil. Like, what do you mean? This sounds like, are people coming to sing? Is it karaoke? A quintet. Like, okay.
I'm not interested.
I guess it's not the original girls.
Unless it's the original girls coming back with Michelle, I don't care about it. I didn't care about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Matthew, McDonald's is hiring. Okay. And why? Because the truth is out there. And that wraps it up for this week's Y-Files. You know the socials. News to make you nauseous. Up next. All downhill from here.
On January 13th, on the way to my 39th appointment at Hennepin County's Traumatic Brain Injury Center, I encountered a traffic jam caused by ICE vehicles and no signs indicating how to get around it. I had not wanted to pull into a blocked, chaotic intersection, but verbally agreed to do so and rolled down my window after an agent yelled, "Move! I will break your effing window!" His first instruction. Agents on all sides of my vehicle yelled conflicting threats and instructions that I could not process while watching for pedestrians. Then the glass of the passenger side window flew across my face. I yelled, "I'm disabled," at the hands grabbing at me, and an agent said, "Too late." An agent pulled a large combat knife in front of my face, which I thought was for cutting me, and later learned was used to cut off my seatbelt. Shooting pain went through my head, neck, and wrists when I hit the ground face first, and people leaned on my back. I was carried face down through the street by my cuffed arms and legs while yelling that I had a brain injury and was disabled. I now cannot lift my arms normally. I was never asked for ID, never told I was under arrest, never read my rights, and never charged with a crime. I pleaded for emergency medical care for over an hour after my vision had become blurry, my heart rate went through the roof, and the pain in my neck and head became unbearable. It was denied. When I became unable to speak, my cellmate pleaded for me. The last sounds I remember before I blacked out on the cell floor were my cellmate banging on the door, pleading for a medic, and a voice outside saying, "We don't want to step on Ice's toes." When I opened my eyes at Hennepin County's emergency room, I learned I was brought there to be treated for assault. But I do not deserve more humane treatment than anyone else, U.S. citizen or not. And I am here today with a strong spirit and a duty to the many people who haven't had the privilege to tell their stories or see their loved ones come home.
And now, say what? News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. Wait, did you hear about the Washington Post? All them layoffs? Oh my God. Let me find this article. Good, I still got it saved. According to BBC, Washington Post announces sweeping layoffs as it scales back its news coverage. So the Washington Post has announced, and again, this is according to the BBC, the Washington Post has announced and is laying off 1/3 of its workforce, sharply scaling back the paper's coverage of sports and foreign news. So, that is the cuts that they're making in the Washington Post. They say that this has been one of the most significant cuts in the Washington Post in a very long time. So,
wow, that's sad.
Yeah. More of this media control, but is what it is. All right. Anyways, that wasn't even my story. Say what? Southwest France.
Say what?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. A man turned up at a hospital with a live shell from WW1, World War I, artillery shell up his butt. Yeah, and his booty hole, girl. Sure did. On Saturday night, in a relatively quiet area in southwest France, a 24-year-old man was rushed to the hospital. He had an 8-inch long World War I artillery shell crammed into his rectum. The shell was live. As he approached, the hospital was evacuated. Staff and patients running for cover as the bomb squad was called in and the fire brigade stood by. Imagine, right, Lyric? Imagine going to the hospital, right? Because you tried something freaky with, whatever, World War I artillery or whatever. You was getting it in. It was 8 inches. You was like, this is the best thing. But oops, you can't get it out. And then you don't want to move around uncomfortably because it might blow you up. But then you go to a actual hospital where, I would imagine you would have to go. But then everybody is running from you because they like, girl, bomb threat. He got a whole ass artillery in his booty hole. Imagine being that person, and everybody knows it because you're evacuating everybody. The infants had to be taken up out the entire hospital. Infants, we talking about babies, cancer patients, gynecology people, like all them people in the hospital. You had to leave You had to have all of them leave because you wanted to shove an 8-inch piece of ammunition in your ass. That is what you wanted.
That's wild. That is wild.
Your face. I mean, they can't see your face, but yeah. I mean,
why?
That was, yeah. That made me nauseous because never have I ever, like even in my most horniest of moments that I needed to be touched, never once have I ever thought to use any form of ammunition as a self-gratifying, like the two don't, y'all aren't well. They don't mix. Y'all already be weird with food. Ugh. Spaghetti. Ugh. Let me eat spaghetti up at you, but like, y'all are already strange.
Okay, let me see. Say what? South Africa.
Say what?
What do Africans do?
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Did you hear the story about the white South African who is 70 years old and he was a farmer for an orange farm? Ran over a 6-year-old boy for picking up an orange?
What?
The 6-year-old was walking with his mom. I won't say his name because I can't not pronounce that.
Okay.
I guess that's called, I guess you say Quinze. I don't know how to say the last name, so I'm not saying it.
I got you.
He was walking with his mom towards the town to do some shopping, and he picked up an orange. And according to testimony, the boy picked it up because it had fallen on the ground near a farm property. And he tried to take another fruit that was also on the ground, but on the other side of the fence. That was when the white South African appeared, whose name is Christoffel Stoneman.
Okay.
He was driving his vehicle with a trailer. The child didn't pick the fruit from the tree. It was already on the ground. But even so, the man drove his vehicle directly towards the boy and the mother, causing the child to suffer fractures in both of his legs. But what sparked outrage, the most outrage, is that during questioning, the accused stated that he would do it again.
Wow. Well, and we have a whole bunch of them white South Africans that, came here earlier last year.
He said he would do it again.
This is, wow. Okay. That is absolutely nauseating because y'all aren't well. I don't know what else to say. This is strange. If you want these and more nauseating news stories, though, why would you? But make sure you follow us over on the socials at WRTR Radio. I am at MARCUSSMOOT. That is on TikTok and Blue Sky.
And I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Lyric Bravado.
What we real talking up next? I actually got to watch this with me, so we can talk about that.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Up next.
Do you know what social citizenship is? It's okay, most people don't. And that's actually the problem. Because a lot of the confusion around rights, belonging, and why everything feels so uneven, it comes from mixing up legal citizenship with social citizenship. And just assuming that they're the same, but they're not. Legal citizenship is the easy part. That's paperwork, passports, birth certificates, naturalization, status recognized by the government, It answers the question, are you legally a citizen of this country? Social citizenship answers a different question, though. It asks, do you receive the protections, respect, and assumptions of belonging that citizenship is supposed to come with? And that's where things break down. Because you can be a legal citizen and still not be treated like one. You can have papers and still be questioned, surveilled, doubted, policed, excluded, treated as provisional. Social citizenship is about whether the system shows up for you, without you having to prove that you deserve it. So think about it like this. Legal citizenship says you belong here. Social citizenship says we believe you belong here. Those are not the same experience, and a lot of us know that. Historically, the U.S. has been pretty comfortable granting legal citizenship, right? But they withhold that social citizenship status. Black Americans, after the 14th Amendment, were citizens on paper, but denied voting rights, safety, equal education, housing, and protection. So what does citizenship actually mean if they refuse to defend you? It meant that your rights existed until they became inconvenient. Indigenous people are another example. Even when citizenship was extended, it didn't come with sovereignty respect, with resource protection, or even safety from removal and neglect, legal inclusion, and social exclusion. You get me? Immigrants experience this constantly. Someone can be a citizen for decades and still get asked, "Where are you really from? Do you speak English? Are you here legally?" Those questions tell you that social citizenship has not been granted. And the part that people seem to miss is that social citizenship is not just about race. It's also about class, disability, religion, language, gender, and politics. If the system assumes that you're credible, that you're deserving and you're worthy of protection, you're experiencing social citizenship. If it assumes that you're suspicious, disposable, or on probation, you're not. Easy enough, right? This is why some people can move through crises and just expect help. They assume police are going to protect them. Courts are going to believe them. Institutions will intervene. And mistakes won't ruin everything. That confidence isn't personality. That is social citizenship. Other people know instinctively that help might not come, that escalation could make things worse, that visibility is risky, that being right doesn't always mean being protected. That's not paranoia. It's lived reality without social citizenship. And this is why conversations about rights get so tense, because some people are arguing from the assumption that citizenship is secure. Others are arguing from the generational evidence that it is conditional. Legal citizenship can be granted all at once. Social citizenship is rationed. It expands and contracts with fear, with politics, with who the country is anxious about at any given moment. So no, everyone is not equal under the law, because equality on paper does not mean equality in practice. Social citizenship is the difference between having rights and being able to use them, between belonging in theory and being treated like you belong in real life. And once you understand that distinction, a lot of America's tension just makes sense. Why trust is uneven, why compliance doesn't guarantee safety, why citizenship doesn't always feel secure even when it's legal. So the real question isn't just who's a citizen, it's who gets to live like one. And history shows us very clearly that those answers have never been the same.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
Welcome back. It's Real Talk time, but we're gonna go with this story, and I want y'all to watch this with me. It's from a TikTok creator I followed for quite some time over the years. She goes by Goddess Mia. I follow her content and even her story to a degree. She's an African-American creator that sometimes talks about politics, sometimes she talks about spirituality, and sometimes she just be being silly. So, my kind of creator. But I want to talk about her latest video because I think we often find ourselves hearing a lot about insurances and insurance premiums cost. And for some, it isn't tangible. Like, you'll hear their stories, but you can't really relate to it because maybe it doesn't affect you directly or the same. So here's Mia talking about her most recent medical situation. So, watch this with me, or listen rather.
This is not sustainable. I almost died 2 days ago, and I'm ready to talk about it now. So I had a doctor's appointment with an endocrinologist. I didn't really want to go because I didn't feel well, but because she's always booked, I decided to just go. But I didn't feel good. I had a slight headache. My eyes were blurry. I just didn't feel like going, but I went. So I get to the doctor's appointment, and I'm hot flashing, y'all. I'm hot as shit. I go over there, and I go talk to the lady and see what's going on and pay the copay for the doctor's office. The office visit was $318. I was like, what are you talking about? Usually I have to pay like $65. What's going on? And they said that my insurance raised the copay. $318. Well, of course I didn't have the $318 because I was not expecting to pay that. So they allowed me to pay $190. So anyway, I go to the little room in the back, and this medical assistant came in, and she's getting all my information, and she's looking at me, and she sees that I'm hot. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm a little hot, man. I'm getting hot flashes. Perimenopause. So she opens the door to let some air in, and she takes my sugar, and my sugar comes out 533. Watch these videos, and I'll be right back. So this is my reaction after I saw the 533 on the little machine. Like, what the fuck? So apparently my sugar is super high. It's at 533, which is unreal because I didn't change anything. But yeah, perimenopause. They wouldn't let me go until my sugar went down, so I had the ice pack on my head, and I was just chilling, waiting for my sugar to go down. So they gave me fast-acting insulin. I think it was 20 ml to get my sugar down. They didn't want me to leave because, of course, I could be dead. Blood sugar level of 533 is extremely high, dangerous, and can be fatal if not treated immediately. Mind you, I wasn't going to go to the doctor, y'all. I wanted to stay home. But something told me to go to the doctor, don't reschedule. And look at this shit. 533, fatal if not treated. So anyway, they give me the insulin. I sit there for about 20 minutes, and then they come back and test my sugar again. It's up. It went to 543. So I'm sitting there looking at the medical assistant like, how is my sugar just rising? I didn't even eat anything today. I ate one piece of bread to take my meds before I got to the doctor. Perimenopause. They're looking at me crazy because they're wondering why I'm still walking around. So I look back at them like, I don't know why I'm still walking. This is insane. Perimenopause. So anyway, they gave me another 20 ml of fast-acting insulin because they did not want me to go home, and they said if my sugar does not go down, they were going to send me to the hospital. Luckily, my sugar went down after the second shot, and yeah, it got down to about 200. Now, I love this doctor because she did not charge me for the insulin that I had to take, but I did have to get charged for the blood strips. So that was $6, and then they needed to take my blood to check out my hormones and my A1C. That was $35. Altogether, $359. So now I owe the doctor. Now I go home and I say, okay, let me fill these new medications that you gave me, you know, because my perimenopause messed with the old medication. The only fucking pharmacy that my United Healthcare insurance plan allows me to go to is CVS. So I go onto the CVS app to go fill the fucking prescriptions. The diabetic medicine is $210. That's what my insurance wants me to pay for the meds. And this right here is $107. I have to have this with this. So altogether, I'm looking at $319 for my fucking insulin. Something that costs $2 to $6 to make. $2 to $6 to make. That's including ingredients, production, and delivery. But here in America, the richest country in the world, we paying fucking $300 for insulin. And I have insurance, United Healthcare. And then this other diabetic drug that I need, I can never say its name, my prescription is no longer covered. By the way, I used to get it. No problem with my insurance, but now it's not covered and I gotta pay $70 for this drug. So $70 plus the $300 for my insulin. And there's another med too that she gave me that the pharmacy doesn't have right now. So I don't even know how much that costs. This is not fucking sustainable. I was paying $40 for my insulin before this orange buffoon came and they did not do the subsidies bullshit. These are the reason why I am paying astronomical amount of money for fucking life-saving drugs. They raised the shit because insurance is a fucking scam. That's what it is. They just increase shit whenever the fuck they want. They just stop covering meds. Like, what the fuck? This is not sustainable. How the fuck am I supposed to do this shit? It doesn't make sense for something that costs $6. I'm paying $200 for, plus the things that go with it, $107. How can I keep doing this every few months? This is not sustainable. But what do? You can't just give up and die. So what do? This is insane. I don't know how people are doing this. I have insurance, and I'm still paying a lot of money. We paid fucking $400 a month to this insurance company. We paid a premium for the insurance. What's the fucking point? Because even if you have insurance, you can't fucking buy your shit. They can change it whenever they want. They can not cover a med whenever they feel. Doesn't matter if the med is life-saving. This is not sustainable. Oh my God. So for the last 2 days, I've just been sitting here like, I couldn't even make a video about it yet because I was so fucking upset. This is not sustainable. There's no way. With the rent sky high, groceries sky high, bills are going up. Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to pay for this shit? Oh my God. So now you gotta make a decision. Pay your electricity bill or pay for your meds. Those are the only options I have. Greatest country in the world. Right. People are going to doctors in China for $12. I paid $190. Make it make sense. So yeah, I almost died, but I'm okay now. I'm just stressed the fuck out. This is not sustainable. Diabetes sucks. Because It is an expensive disease. From the food that you have to take, from the doctor's offices you have to go to the tests that they have to run, to the medication. It is expensive to be diabetic. This is wild. It's not sustainable. Life or death. Because when you can't afford it, what do? It's not sustainable.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wanted y'all to hear that. I wanted y'all to hear that because that's someone's actual experience. That's her lived experience right now. That's what she's going through. And what this administration has done is they've made healthcare seem like, I don't know, they've kind of like welfareized it, like stereotypically welfareized it. But, because, there's this narrative that all of our money is going to making, I don't know, mice not transgender or, like other ridiculous quotes that he's made. But when you hear actual stories like the one that Mia gave us, when you hear actual experiences from people, this is somebody's lived experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she's not the only one.
And this is
I just saw a girl who she had cancer.
Yeah.
Her insurance changed also whatever, and she was no longer able to afford her cancer treatments, and she just recently died maybe about 2 weeks ago because she couldn't afford her cancer treatments.
This is scary. This is scary out here. This is what it's meant to do, though, y'all. This is what it is. So when you bastardize and make jokes and do shit like that, like it becomes funny. It becomes palatable. These are people's lives. This isn't a disease that she didn't go out here. Even if you don't like gays and you think, oh, well, gays shouldn't be able to get free HIV medications. They should all just die. Okay, well, fine. This woman has diabetes. Now what? Diabetes, like your auntie and them got. You got somebody in the family with the sugars. You got somebody.
Yep.
So
I know a few people with diabetes.
So this is what's going on. And what? Work harder for what? How did our grandparents and how did they do it off of one salary? One. And we are price gouged for everything. You're talking about tech bros that own some of the largest companies, some of the largest consumers right now. They have a monopoly of all the shit.
Mm-hmm.
They have the power to make the prices lower. And they won't. Not because we don't have the resources. Because she even said, like, the medicine is cheap to make. Yep. You're just greedy. You just want a wealth hoard. You just want to fill into whatever weird ass sick shit y'all got going on. I think billionaires should be classified as I think it needs a diagnosis. What do you think?
I know what it is, honestly.
Go for it.
I've worked in the healthcare industry for well over 15, almost 20 years.
You have.
All of it is a scam. All of it is a scam. I'm going to tell you straight up, as far as the pharmaceutical companies go.
Mm-hmm.
This is not conspiracy. This is just what I've known and what I've researched because I've taken the time to do so over the years. Has anybody ever thought of why certain people who have came out and claimed to have cured certain things are no longer in existence on Earth?
Yeah.
There is come on now, think about it. If they came up with a vaccine for in 6 months for COVID, 6 months,
mm-hmm.
and deemed it to be safe enough for the entire world to take.
Mm-hmm.
What makes y'all think that they don't have a cure for cancer and all that other stuff? What makes y'all think that?
This comes also.
What it is
they pulled out a WHO.
population control.
Yep.
There is no money in a cure. They will sell you the medicine to what? Curb your symptoms.
Literally.
Make you dependent, and your body is dependent on it. It's like putting a Band-Aid on something. You're not fixing the issue. You're just covering it for the time being.
That is true.
There's no money in a cure. If everybody started listening to these holistic doctors and started doing things differently as far as their health, how are they going to get paid? How?
Nope.
They're not going to get paid. So they're going to sell you this. Oh, you have to take this medicine. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. You need this specific thing. And don't think that the insurance companies aren't
in cahoots. Absolutely.
In cahoots. They absolutely are.
Mm-hmm.
That shit goes hand in hand.
Yep. Yeah.
And they don't care about us. They don't care about, they don't care about her even making her story.
They don't.
They care about the bigger picture, and that is the almighty dollar.
That is your God. That is the God y'all worship.
Exactly.
Capitalism is your God. That is what it is.
They don't care about that. You're just one person to them.
Mm-hmm.
They still got millions to make over here. Come on now. People have to think about this. And honestly, start researching better ways to take care of your body in a more holistic way. Because I can say this, and this is not a joke. I have witnesses. To this day, have not had the COVID vaccine. I refuse to take it. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because after you start seeing children, healthy children, collapsing on the field during their sports events. You see just people just dropping off, dying just randomly. And it's just, did you get the vaccine? Oh, that's interesting. I got rid of my COVID in 3 days from one product. I never took any of the medicine that they tried to give me. I probably still have it in a drawer right now.
Okay.
I didn't get on prednisone or any of that other stuff. You know what I did? I drank tea.
Okay.
I drank something called soursop tea, which has cancer fighting stuff in it and a whole bunch of other things in it. And my shit was gone in 3 freaking days. 3. No bullshit. So, as a community, especially the Black community, I'm telling y'all, we need to start going back to how we used to do, as far as going back to the land and finding things to cure ourselves with, or to help our bodies more, and stop relying on these people who are just, you don't even know what's in this stuff. How did our ancestors survive with all of these plagues and shit? We still made it out of that. You want to know why? It's because we did things differently. We didn't let people just tell us, hey, you can take this and all your stuff will be gone and this, that, and the third. And I'm not discrediting any of the scientists and people who are actually trying to do good and find stuff like that. What I am saying is sometimes you have to take accountability and matters into your own hands for your health as well.
Okay.
Because these people are not going to do it for you. I tell you that straight up.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's just, I watch her stories from time to time, Mia, and if you listen, like, for whatever reason, if this gets to you, I just want you to know that someone does care. Sometimes it helps to hear that. So even in your, lowest moments and your frustrations and everything, just know you got a friend, somebody that cares. So, and with that, I guess we will wrap up this week's WRTR Real Talk Radio. Well, actually, before we get out of here, I want to shout out Podcast On. And who are they? Podcastathon.org is about convincing as many hosts as possible to dedicate one episode of their show to a charity of their choice and to release these episodes simultaneously in a coordinated effort mid-March 2026, creating a massive and international wave of inspiring audio content. The objective is to raise awareness for a huge number of charities worldwide. So I thought,
that's dope.
We can just do, you and I can pick a charity, which I guess we can announce on the
Is
next
that
one.
why you sent me that list?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah, of different charities that we could contribute to. So,
I like it.
yeah. Friendly reminder, check your voters registrations right now at vote.org. Just because you were previously registered does not mean that you are still registered. Request a card by mail so that you are a step ahead of the fuck shit I believe us to have coming up in the upcoming midterms. Check it now. Vote.org. Also, subscribe to my TikTok stories this week at Marcus Smoot if I stay on there on TikTok, because I've been running back pre-Trump 2.0 content that I posted before to help maybe support some of the conversations y'all need to have with your Trump supporting friends that are kind of in the void right now. Because like I said, I've seen all this shit happening on White Talk, and it's kind of opened my eyes a little bit more as to more manipulative bullshit that they got going on.
Before we get out of here, did you see that one guy though? He I think he called into a news thing, and he was apologizing. He said he voted for Trump 3 times, but after he saw the whole ape meme thing, he said he was so fucking disgusted by that shit. He was like, I don't support that man. He is, what did he call him? He called him something. He said, that man is rotten. He called him rotten. He said, I apologize to anybody who, because I got roped into the foolishness. I will never vote for him ever again. With these elections coming up now,
I will never vote for him ever again. What do you mean?
Anything he got going on, because
they can't.
Well, they're saying again because he tried to say that he tried to make it seem like he was going to only
him and King Jesus
be the president for the rest of everybody's life and shit. But I don't understand how you think that, because honestly, the way he's going on, you look like you on your last little leg yourself, with your forgetfulness, your dementia, and you can't.
That
keep
hand
your
about to
shit in
fall
your
off.
butt.
That hand is about to fall off. It is going to hit the ground
They
in a
might
press
as well
conference. I mean, just at this point, get rid of it.
Chop it.
I mean, just
chop
put
it.
on a glove. Do what Michael did. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
What if they did chop it? Somebody's gonna try to buy that shit.
They probably would. It's the hand of God, girl. Look. Like, what do you mean?
I promise you, it's gonna be in a shrine in somebody's freaking house.
They'll be selling little gold hands and shit on goddamn.
They gonna bronze it.
Right, it'll be a
bronze it like our parents used to do the baby.
Hold on. They gonna do something. They got to do something with them pennies. They gonna melt them joints down and make little Trump hands.
I can't. I cannot.
I won't. Nope. All right, follow us on the socials. Marcus Smoot and
Miss Lyric Bravado, and I'm gone.
All right, we'll holler at y'all next week. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's show featured work from TikTok creators Aaron Parnas 1, The Cindy Noir, Bald Blonde, Jenny Leeds, Deontay_Kyle, Devon Politics, Fox9MN, Ashley the Baroness, and Goddess Mia. Even with the algorithms working against us, we're still using our platform to amplify your voices.